The world knows that Chernobyl has exploded.
На Чернобыльской атомной электростанции произошла авария. Поврежден один из атомных реакторов. Принимаются меры по ликвидации последствий.
There has been a nuclear accident in the Soviet Union, and the Soviets have admitted that it happened.
The radioactive cloud from Chernobyl affected many countries in Eastern and Western Europe.
Clear that the Soviet Union has suffered one of the worst disasters in the history of nuclear power.
Incoming message from Commodore Ty.
Hello, this is your Commodore, Ty Coles here, and let's continue with Chernobyl. This will be part 3, open wide, or they are successfully drained the basement. Looking at the research, in the show, they make it out that these men died. But in real life, they didn't. They survived. But it doesn't take away from them risking their lives with that amount of radiation pouring out of there to try to save the plant. They're still heroic. And at the time, they did believe that they would die. They managed to survive it all and tell us their story. But the meltdown is happening.
That's from the cladding on the fuel rods. Meaning what? The meltdown has begun.
And now they got to worry about the groundwater.
Vasily estimates a 50% chance that the fuel will breach the pad and melt down into the groundwater itself.
And where does this groundwater go?
The Pripyat River.
So they let Gorbachev know about heat exchangers are needed under the plant to keep this from happening. So they recruit coal miners. The coal miners actually stand up to the party officials, but realize the good that they would do and the lives that they will save, and just say, yeah, we'll help you. And you get a bit of a lighthearted moment during the series where as the coal miners move by the one minister, they all slap him on his clean, nice new suit, so he actually looks like one of them at the end of it. But the conditions that they're digging in are horrific because A, you already got the radiation, and then it's the unmitigated heat.
Oh, you wouldn't give us fans. It's too hot for clothes. So we're digging the old way. This is where our fathers went.
We also learn they've been under surveillance by the KGB, which is, I feel like, something that was expected because during that time the KGB were everywhere.
Now you know why I wanted to take a walk. You can presume the work site is bugged. And our rooms, even our bathrooms.
They've been here the whole time.
So Lorena was sent to go to the Moscow hospitals to find out what the hell happened. So she finds Dyatlov, who is in rough shape, but he refuses to tell them anything because he's a dying man. What's the point of helping them? He's just going to be thrown into the gulag.
Unless you happen to have a butter and caviar sandwich on you. You can get the fuck out of my room.
But she does learn the truth from the other two men that were there, Toptunov and Akimov. And you're seeing the ravages of radiation on a human body. Like, Toptunov looks like a walking skeleton almost. And they don't even show Akimov, but from the description, by God.
Valery,
Akimov. His face is gone.
Both of these men died shortly after, but the way that they died were in the most excruciating way possible. But they both claimed their innocence up until their moment of death.
I did everything right. I did everything right.
And the vital thing that she learned was from Akimov, that this explosion happened after he hit the emergency shutdown.
I pressed it before the explosion. Before. Why would that happen?
So that scenario blew her away, thinking, because no one thought that would have been a possible scenario. Then we have pregnant wife that we saw in the first episode try to find her husband, one of the firefighters, and she tries to get her way into the hospital so she can spend time with him. At the beginning, it looks like he's doing well.
What did I tell you? There's no hiding from you, is there?
But as the show progressed, his condition just deteriorates and deteriorates.
And he's in pain. And a sore stick to his gown when he soils himself 5 times a night. I've been looking after him. Where have you been?
And she just spends time with him. Like, I understand you want to spend time with your loved one, but she's pregnant. And when Yelena witnesses this, she freaks out because all the radiation that, she might be fine, but her unborn baby absorbed.
You let her in that room, inside the plastic, touching him. Did you know she's pregnant? It's not true. What have you done?
Which I don't get it. Like, I understand you love your husband, you want to be with him, but when everyone's telling you to stay away because of your pregnancy, think of your child, and you still do it, it's like, what's wrong with you? So she freaks out and she threatens to report all this, but is arrested by the KGB.
People are going to hear about this. Wait. People are going to hear. Do you understand? Everyone is going to hear.
What is everyone going to hear?
But during this time, Legasov manages to save her.
I need her. So you will be accountable for her? Then it's done.
We also know that based on the reports that Gorbachev is getting to the Central Committee, that they're going to need to mass a massive mobile force of liquidators.
What amount of time? How many men do you require?
We expect this liquidation effort to take 3 years and approximately 750,000 men.
We end the episode off with the deceased victims of the radiation in zinc coffins covered in concrete. Just so, because their bodies are so highly radioactive that's the only way that they can properly bury them. So this is another gut punch of an episode. It shows you the ravages of radiation. So for your Commodore Tycols, live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies close.
Thank you for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my many other videos, and if you like what you see, you can support the channel by donating to my PayPal.
So for Commodore Ty, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.